Hi guys, I just wanted to get in here today because I have a box here. It's not a plant, but it is some plant materials that I need, and I wanted to share this information with you guys. Basically what this is pon. It's another way to grow your plants, and so we're going to open up the box. We're going to wash the pon, and then I'm going to add some things to go in the pon. And mainly my plants that I've been having trouble with in soil that are not doing well, I'm going to convert them to pon. You can use pon, or you can use leca. Some people use both of them together. We're going to mix pon and dang, I can't think straight. Not vermiculite, but perlite. Pon, perlite, and a barky mix. And we're going to put them in some little jars or plastic containers. And we're going to watch these plants grow from pon. So let's get this box open. Give me just a moment. I was getting a little upset because I thought this was lost because someone has been trying to hack into my Amazon account. So, you know, that's frustrating if it's ever happened to you. And pon is not cheap, so I didn't know if it was lost in the mail or what. So I've had another video with pon before. And so some of you may be familiar with this. And I forgot to welcome you guys to my channel. If you're revisiting, and welcome back if you're revisiting, and welcome you if this is your first time watching. My name is Charlotte, and I'm a plant hobbyist, and I've been doing this since the pandemic. And prior to that, I used to work in the greenhouse, but I didn't get to work on plants. I just like to go in there to clean and learn from the horticulture lady there. So without further ado, I'm going to show you that we're going to open this pon up, and then we're going to wash it off, okay? So we're going to go in the kitchen, and I got a pair of scissors here so we can open up the pon and get started. Let me see. Okay, so I'm cutting along. I like the bigger bag of pon because it comes with a opening in the front where you can open it, reseal the bag. So I need to be careful with opening this bag because I don't know what kind of sealer I have on here. But it's okay if it doesn't have it. Like I said, I'm just so glad to get the pon. I don't know what to do. And what I mean is, I just got this. The UPS man just came. He even said, be careful with that because that's heavy. Because it is heavy, you guys. It's like little rocks. And I'll tell you a little bit about pon and what's in it. I wasn't prepared at all to record because, like I said, I didn't even know it was coming. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about what it says about pon after I put these glasses on. Okay? So basically, it says that it's in Spanish. Let's turn it around here this way. It's saying it's another alternative for using soil. And it's for indoor use and outdoor use. And it's the perfect alternative to conventional potting soil. It is structurally stable, and it supports root aeration and perfectly controls your water supply. So, you know, sometimes soil will get too compact and cause root rot because it gets too wet and it stays wet too long, especially if you are overwatering, and I am like that. So I'm going to let you take a look at this pon so you can see how it looks. it looks like a bunch of little green and brown rocks, okay? We're gonna wash this, and this is reusable too, you guys. So, you know, that's what makes it nice. You don't have to keep buying it unless you're gonna transfer all your plants to pond. So I'm gonna pick my camera up and let you go in here with me. Excuse my sink, but I'm glad to be home by myself so I can record with you guys watching. All I'm doing is going in here and wetting the pond. Some people use a strainer, which would be good for me. I have one here. Let me see. I'm going to use this here after I get some junk out of the way. Give me just a moment. My family left a few dishes in the sink. Uh-oh. So we want to get that out of here. Okay. So this little thing, dish tub I'm using, it has a little drain at the bottom of it. So after I rinse this off, then I can, and it's really dirty, you know, so you want to get it washed off before you put it in your plant. It's not going to hurt them, but it's just better that way. Okay? So, I'm going to show you, I don't know if you can see this, so I'm going to show you over here what I'm doing. Okay? See? I just got that pond in water. And this little tub, like I said, it has a drain on it. But I'm just going to let that sit for a little while. And then I'm going to show you guys the rest of my mix, okay? So, let's go over here and we'll show you what we're going to mix up. I have my bowl here. It's a little dark in here, so I'm going to turn on the light. Okay. So what I'm going to mix my perlite with, my pond with is perlite. I'm going to show you what that looks like. It's kind of rocky too. You can wash perlite off too. Okay, see that? Back up a little bit so you can see it. And then I've got another barky mix that's coming, but I have some already, so I don't have to worry about that. Some people prefer to use a thin barky mix. With me, as long as it's not too big, I don't mind. So, this is my first time doing this. I'm not going to use too much. Okay, so I want you to see that. So we have barky mix, which is orchid bark, and perlite. Then I'm going to go over here and get a little scoop, and I'm going to mix some of our pond in here. Give me just a moment. All I'm doing, I'm still with you guys. I'm just at the sink getting some scoop of pond, and we're going to mix this pond mixture and the barky mixture and the perlite all together. And the plants that aren't doing as well, we're going to convert them to pond to see if they like it better in pond, or they like to stay a little bit more wetter. Okay, that's all we're doing today. So let you take a look at it. Here it is now. I'm going to bring the camera up so you can see it. Okay? So we got the pond, the perlite, and the barky mix. And we're going to stir it together. Okay? So that's all I'm doing. I'm just stirring it together. And this mix is going to be used on the plants that aren't doing so well, or that might prefer to stay a little wetter. Okay? So that's all I'm doing. This is what we call an airy mix. So when you water your plant, then the water will just go through the plant and out the bottom of the pot if you're using a pot with holes in it. Now I am, in addition to removing some of my plants from soil, I'm also learning how to grow plants in a container without holes, because I've seen it done, so I want to try it. So it's something new for me too. Okay, so let's pot up our first plant. I'm going to show you a plant that I'm having problems with, and so we're going to pot it up. Give me just a moment. Okay, so this plant it looks like it's dead, but it's not. You have to keep this leaf here because it needs something to grow, to get the energy from. So we're keeping this on here. But I'm going to show you, let's see, I'm going to show you why I need to repot this plant. Because it's just not growing. It's not dying, but it's not growing either. So it's in a little bit of leca, but it's not in enough leca, okay? But I'm going to show you the roots of this plant. See, it's got a little leca in there, and it's got a little pond in there. But look, it's still got roots. This plant wants to live, you guys, but it's not doing good. So what I'm going to do is it even has a little root right there. Let me back up. See that? See that where my finger is? It wants to live. So we're going to clean it up a little bit. It doesn't even have really any dark spots on it. Well, I see one. Let me show you. I'm going to show you guys how to clean her up. Okay, I'm going to sit down here. Okay, you see that right there, that little spot there that's dark? We're going to clean that up and give it the best possible chance to live, okay? All you do is get something where you can kind of scrape that off a little bit and clean it up a little bit. I'm just cleaning up the plant. That comes off. It's not hurting the plant when you do this, okay? So that's what I'm doing. I'm just going to clean it up. And then the roots, if they get real mushy, then you want to pull them off. But these roots are strong. They're not mushy, okay? So that lets me know. And there's some more. You see those little bumps? Excuse my nails, but you see those little bumps there? That plant is really trying to grow. It's trying to survive. And so we want to see if we can help it, okay? So I'm just cleaning her up a little bit and giving her the best possible chance to survive. Getting some of that little dirty spots off of there. I think I'm going to give it a little bit of root booster. And then we're going to put her in a jar and we're going to keep watch and see how she does, okay? So let me get your root booster here. I'm going to clean the jar that it was in. Like I said, we're going to try to give it the best conditions to get her to grow. And I'm hopeful that this plant is going to survive. Okay? So I want you guys to be hopeful with me. All right. So this here is some root stimulator that I bought at Amazon, and it was recommended from some of my plant friends. So what you do is you just take a little bit of it. They look like little seeds. First, we're going to put some of this mix in here, because after I put the little seeds on, then see, so you want to put your plant in your medium, just like that. But before you do it, you want to add some of those little root stimulators. It's supposed to help with root, making the root strong and develop. Okay, so I'm putting a little bit of leca in here and just pond. I'm making a mess, but it's okay. I'll clean it up later. I should have used my mat because I do have a mat. Okay, so then I'm just gonna kind of press down a little bit, not hard, and put all the pond and the perlite in here. See how the plant is upright? Yeah, so that was my plan to do today, and I'm real excited. I've been feeling kind of down because, yes, I'm still thinking about my mom who passed on June the 27th. And so, yeah, I need to stay busy and prayerful. And so I was excited when I seen the UPS man coming, and he had this pond. So there's some other plants that I'm going to be putting in pond too. But here it is. This is a Warquinium. It's an anthurium. And we're just going to watch it, you guys, and see how it does in pond. But I forgot to tell you guys that we're going to, when you put a plant in pond, you don't have to put the water all the way up to the top. The first couple of weeks, you want to keep it pretty moist so it can get acclimated to its new condition. And it was in a similar condition, so it shouldn't do too bad, okay? So I'm going to show you how much water I'm going to put in here. And then after a couple of weeks, after you filled it up with water a couple times, you just want to put maybe 1/4 of the container of water in there, because it's going to, the water will go up the plant through the roots, and it will, it's called capillary action, and that your plant will get fed, okay? So also pond comes with fertilizer. So for 6 weeks, you do not have to fertilize your plant because it already has fertilizer. After that, on your waterings, you can put a little bit of fertilizer on your plant and it should be good, okay? So let's get some water on this plant. I'll be right back. I need to wash my hands, they're kind of messy. And then I'm gonna get the water bottle here I had. So here it is. I'm gonna give her a little water. I'm gonna show you guys here. And I don't know if you can see that, but it's water going down the sides of that plant. And let me see where it stopped at. Looks like it's about right in here. I can barely see it myself, but it looks like it's water there. They say that you can keep the plant pretty wet the first couple of weeks. And after that, you cut back to about 1/4, okay? So there we are. We did it. We did it together. We converted a plant that was in a little bit of pond, but mostly soil. And now it's in all pond and perlite, okay? It can be in pond by itself, but perlite is another medium. So see, there's the water line, you guys. So you can see the water in there. So thanks again for watching, and let's watch this plant grow together. And I hope you'll come back to my channel. I hope you'll tell your friends about me, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to come back. Bye.